My name is Adam Owens. I'm the Regional Sales Manager for Viking Supply Net and Viking Corporation here on the campus of University of Alabama at Birmingham at the steam plant. And now we're in the electrical room where Joiner Fire Sprinkler has installed a Novec 1230 clean agent system to offer suppression in this area. This Novec unit, 1230 unit, is manufactured by Fireflex. It's an all-encompassing cabinet which contains your releasing control panel and both of your clean agent cylinders. In this section, in this situation, we've got two cylinders that once fired will empty in unison, sending high pressure gas, taking a liquid form of 1230 and sending it into a high pressure gas out into your nozzles, out into the room. Again, we've talked about this control panel here, and this releasing control panel is not just utilized for releasing the solenoid valves on the units, but it's also responsible for your sounding alarms and your visual alarms, also receiving signals from the abort switch and the manual pull station that we'll see here in just a few minutes. If you look over to the left here, what we have here is a complete disable switch. Obviously it is also in the cabinet, and the key will be taken and given to maintenance at this point. But this whole system, if this is disabled, will shut down anything we talk about here today. It's a complete shutdown of the system. But back to the system itself. What we've got going on here with the releasing control panel, I spoke to you about detection. In this situation, this room has smoke detection that is on a cross-zone configuration. And what that means is that you have to have two smoke signals from both zones before we actually fire off a solenoid valve to empty the canisters. Very, very important. On the first zone, should you just respond to smoke detection on one zone, we're going to get a signal to the first zone alarm, which will be totally visual. And at that point, anyone that's in the room will know, man, the system is responding to smoke. Should we get to the second zone, we're going to get a secondary alarm, which is signaled above the cabinet, and then there's another one down here along the wall, which will give us a strobe and a sounder. At this point, the system is 10 seconds away via the releasing control panel of firing off the solenoid valves. Should you have fire, anyone that's in this vicinity would want to exit the building at this point. Should it be a false alarm, they actually have the ability to come over and press what I spoke of earlier was your abort switch. Now anyone standing here, this is called a dead man switch, mainly because as long as you're standing here and you're holding on to this, your system's not going to operate. Now once released, it will start your countdown over and for another 10 seconds allow you to exit the building. We also spoke of a manual pull station. Should someone be in this room and there's definitely a fire hazard here and there's a fire in the room, we can override everything from an electrical standpoint from the detection and operate the system by pulling the manual pull station, which will completely dump the gas at that moment. So the nozzles in the area, I wanted you to be aware of that from the system. We spoke of releasing agent into the piping network, and these are very close in proximity. The room here, right above the cabinet, you see your stainless steel nozzle there, discharge nozzle. Once the solenoid valves are activated on the tanks, and they will work together like we spoke. Once they go, both tanks will go. They will be emptied completely. You're going to discharge your liquid in the form of high pressure gas through your nozzles. At that point, there should be nobody else in the room.